HA recommends it be demolished and replaced with modern units. This was accepted by the selectmen in a published report at June 25th, 2004. Where have we been for 5 years? Where have we been? We've had the opportunity. We've done nothing. So here we're going to build something new that is not close to downtown, not central, and then we're also going to tell the people they have to move out there, and yet here it says, accepted by the selectmen, that they should tear that down. I think that's an appropriate way. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator.
Gentleman to the right.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Bob Frady, Precinct 6. I would like to speak to at least 3 documents out of probably a dozen that I have, but in the interest of time, and unless the body wants to give me extra time, the first document is the title to this property, ladies and gentlemen. In 1977, you all at town meeting voted to take this property, and the Board of Selectmen then put a condition on that same property to only allow, and I will read, the school, municipal buildings, and or recreational, playground, or parks. So this vote this evening, first and foremost, has to allow this Board of Selectmen, because they are the proponents, and for whatever reason, now we've seen an opinion from council which I will suggest to you all is not a very good opinion. I also have a letter, which is the second document, drafted and signed by a member of the Board of Selectmen from 1977, and I will read it to you. To whom it may concern. I served on the Board of Selectmen town meeting from 1975 to 1978. On June 30th of 1977, at a special meeting under Article 10, the Board of Selectmen and the voters at town meeting supported the taking of the subdivision of land known as Westfield. Does everybody here know where Westfield is? It is on the West Wareham-Carver line. It is as far away as you can get from the services that most seniors prefer that you can. For general municipal purpose, by unanimous vote, along with the mandate given by the voters, that the use of this property be for recreation and open space, forevermore to be enjoyed for future generations of the town of Wareham. The board and the town meeting also agreed to set aside some portion of the property in the event a school might be needed. No one expected that a school would ever be needed to be built on the Westfield property.
Time's up.
If you don't mind indulging, I would like a couple more minutes.
How much time? 2? 2? Motion made to extend time for 2 minutes. So heard a second. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? No. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Further, the intent of the Board of Selectmen, me, him as an individual, and the members of the town meeting in 1977, was for the property known as Westfield to be used for recreational purposes only, with the caveat of a school if needed. Never in any discussions was housing of any kind discussed or authorized. I believe the intent of the Board of Selectmen and the town meeting in 1977 was clear. Westfield is preserving a part of Wareham for recreational use for all the citizens of Wareham to enjoy until the end of time. So until this body authorizes anything other than that, this is all the cart way before the horse. And there are so many properties that the town owns already that are more conducive to seniors, especially Agawam and Redwood, because we paid for a study by Serpent. Serpent told us 5 years ago that our senior housing is deplorable and in dire need of rehabilitation. I am encouraging you to support the FinCom's chairman for indefinite postponement. Thank you.
Lady to my left.
Good evening. I'm Marcia Griswold. I'm the Director of the Council of Aging. And I'm standing before you tonight because Mr. Paulson, our fine chairman of the FinCom committee, has moved forward too fast. The only article before you right now for senior housing is to approve an opportunity to look at senior housing and to move forward only taking a look. There's nothing here that is specific to any particular development. It is strictly to look, to just go forward. This is not a night to make a decision about cost, which type, or anything else. It's merely to move this article forward. Thanks for your time.
Lady to my right.
Excuse me. The purpose of my being here was kind of just already taken care of by Mr.
Please state your
Brady.
name for the record.
Sorry. My name is Joe Jeffries from Precinct 6. So where am I going to start with this? I agree with him clearly. The deed itself reads in fee simple for school or municipal buildings and or recreational playground and park purposes. There is no provision for dwellings or residential purpose, affordable or otherwise. So before a 2/3 vote from this body is taken, I can't see how the town has really gotten this far and how we are being asked what we are without addressing this most rudimentary fact. I wonder if we don't have the cart before the horse, as he said, and I feel a little hoodwinked. I don't agree with Koppelman and Page's explanation on the restriction of the deed. And I think we ought to address the 2/3 vote by the voting body.
Well, regarding the latter, I've reviewed with council the pertinent laws, and it is my determination that the quantum of the vote for this article before this body is a majority vote. So, you're entitled to your opinion, that's my ruling.
But,
Mr. Savageau.
but there, go ahead.
No, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Ms.
I'm sorry, did you want more time, ma'am?
Well, I don't understand what that has to do with the deed restriction verbiage itself. We're not discussing, they qualified municipal buildings, but that isn't dwelling.
Well, that's your opinion, ma'am, and you're entitled to your opinion. Again, I've reviewed that with council, and the issue here is to give the selectmen the authority to lease property. It's not a conveyance. If it were a conveyance, that would require a 2/3 quorum. That's not the issue here, ma'am. Did you have anything else
No.
to say on the merits of the article?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Madam, excuse me, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Several points in response. The very reason that we're here, back here again, discussing this in such detail is because in the last two town meetings where we discussed this, it was rejected for further study exactly because we didn't have enough data, information, no schematic plans, no vision, no nice pictures, no finances. We had nothing. We just came to you and asked. And I believe, rightly so, the body rejected that, saying we need more information. That's why we're here, and presenting as much as we possibly can. In 1977, that may, in fact, have been the desire of the body back then and the desire of that Board of Selectmen. But that was 32 years ago. I graduated high school in 1977, so I can say that was a long time ago. Things have changed. Wareham certainly has. There was no such thing in 1977 as Proposition 2.5, which caps our tax levy. There was no such thing as Mass General Law Chapter 70 in 1977, which requires minimum school spending limits, which is about 55% of our budget. There was no Chapter 40B in 1977. The economy was different. Our demographics were different. Our needs were different. We need this type of housing for a variety of reasons. We have to stop 40B. We just have to. It kills us. We don't need it. We don't want it. It's way too expensive. It drains our services. It doesn't pay for itself. It's a bad business for us to be suffering. We need to eradicate 40B. This project gets us very close, if not over the top, to our 10% threshold. As far as...
Time. Do you want more
May
time?
I please request 2 minutes?
2 minutes. Motion made and seconded. All those in favor of extending time 2 minutes, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? No. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you very much.